Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Probing pass. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That pass isn't the best. The less said about that pass, the better. Bullet. Conte. Looks a good ball through. Osimhen. Look at... Oh, shooting chance! Drive! That is beyond words! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Barcelona are in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Barcelona were already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Shot could... Osimhen!
That was no routine save. Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Chiellini can get it clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Bullet cleared away and reclaimed it in a trice. Vicario with the clearance. "15 minutes till half time. And he's taking no chances there. Looking for options for movement.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe! And he's quick to get it clear again. Barcelona have it back and can go again. And here's Osimhen. Osimhen is flagged offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Time, excellent interception. Deftly away. João Cancelo does really well to win. Oh, they could be caught out here. Now it's Rafael Leao. Conte plays a sharp little ball here. There will be one decent chance! It is a fantastic goal. Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy. 2 up and in charge. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team. So I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Substitution.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Short changes him with that pass. Looking to play him in. Cruyff in acres of space out wide. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
There's the shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Aims beyond the defence. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Cannavaro gets good distance on it. 60 minutes played. And the ball is out of play. Mendes promptly onto that, and that is that. That has been cut short. Played into space. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Rijkaard getting this one clear, and it's Messi. Chiellini cuts out the pass. And they've got rid. Interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a cute ball. That's beautifully weighted. Cannavaro is there and he can get that clear. Good ball, good take. Chance, surely! They've scored! And that is what they came to see. What they demanded to see. His first. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training. And it came off beautifully.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And he's intervened well there. Pull it. And he was quick to react.
2 added minutes.
2 minutes to be added on. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Mbappe has a shot! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided.
And we come to you now with a quick...
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Barcelona never really got into this game. I think conceding early is...
So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement's already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter. Absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he was alert to it. And that was very necessary. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to get free. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Rashford. Looking for the run. Oh, super ball. He's well positioned here. And he can clear it away. And that has left him in a heap. He's a sharp little ball. He tries a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Oh, super find. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Neymar.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, terrible pass. Mbappe! Goal! Barcelona! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the number one contender, and he's done it again.
That is not football. Can they get him away? Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top. DiMarco picks it up out wide. That looks a good ball through.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Spain with the corner. They're first. Into the grateful arms of the keeper. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Marquinhos. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their positions. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Barcelona can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That is a great pick out. Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's heaved it away. Great vision. It's played through for him. Now it's Rashford. Oh, that's fun. It's Rashford! Mendes is there and he can get that clear. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Good ball, good take. And he's onside. And he's shapes this off the post. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Mendes gets over and intercepts. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to...
And he shoots! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible.
Lewandowski! And it's there! That is his ton, and does he not know it? There's going to be another change here, and the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might fear this team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Looking for options for movement. Rashford. Time and again they are repelled. Aims beyond. It's Lewandowski! Well, now it's a race for... Oh, it's fallen kindly here. A whisker away from making it 4. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's it. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating space.
Takes a shot! Superb from Yildiz! He's got himself an absolute peach. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
So, a breakthrough already. And back to the goalkeeper. Great vision. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's a fine interception. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Oh, that was vital. Maradona. Now he's got space here. Cleared without hesitation. First quarter of an hour gone. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tries a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, easy pickings there. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Mendes is there to clear. Tries to play it through. Back into the middle. Vicario breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. India trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it. Oh, chance for a shot!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Alonso, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Yildiz, looking for options for movement. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. No luck with that dink over the top. Yildiz. Quality ball. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Oh, it's come loose. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that's the... He's shooting!
There will be 1 minute.
And that has put paid to that. And this is Maradona. That looks a cracking ball. And this is Zola. And this is... There's the shot! Off the post! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Barcelona leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And the action is back on the way. Barcelona carrying a 1-goal lead. Now that's well seen too. Mbappe. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Rafael Leao. That is ended ended up in no man's land. Played into space. Singo can get it clear. Tries to pass it through. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh, there's the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Zola. He's beaten the last man.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely weighted ball. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Rafael Leao. Oh, that's Rafael Leao!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Rafael Leao is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Maradona. Your impressions so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
No, again, there's no way through. It's come to nothing. Knocks it into space. Real chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Been knocked clear. And he's let fly. Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Zola. Coming on to replace him is number 15, Batistuta.
Deftly away. Threads one in.
Barcelona are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Hazard clears. And that's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he's quick to get it clear again.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter.
It's Lewandowski! And that would have won it.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Corner number 3 coming up. So it's going to be another corner. So their 4th corner of the game. Maradona. He is through here. Lovely bit of skill. Soboslai taken back almost at once. Looking for the run.
That's just playing it safe.
And we're done. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Throw in. And he's managed to gift it back. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Xabi Alonso. Looking for options for movement. And Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's going to be disappointed with that. Probing pass. And he's forced to go back. It's a sharp little ball here. Shot could be on. Dino unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And they're back on the ball again.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
They get a throw in. Nuno Mendes, good chance here!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
That is a great pick out. Oh, that's nice. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Very nearly half an hour gone here. shot! That could spell, and again!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's a charge, surely! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Rafael Leao. Zanetti spots it and intercepts. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Played into space. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and
He's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! 200. It's the goal they all came to see. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Barcelona having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution in progress.
Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Aims beyond the defence. Oh, super. Goes for a shot! It's in! Not back in business! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Nantes are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly...
Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. That's an imaginative pass. Caught offside that time. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. And he can clear it away. McAllister kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Dink through. Spilar claims comfortably. Driving on and making good progress. It's a sharp pass. Chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Gordon really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Nantes with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Xabi Alonso with the short one. He's on it, and the shot! Spectacular save!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Chiellini calmly anticipates. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rafinha, now it's Lewandowski. Now that looks a decent ball.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off.
Shapes to shoot! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And he's following up! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Gordon looking to run onto it. Gordon proves just a little bit too strong. And he thumps it clear. Well timed. Excellent interception.
Minute has been indicated.
Ball is over the line. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business. noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And he's intervened well there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's onto this. He's in a great position here. He's found the shapes to shoot. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. That's an imaginative pass. Dink through. And that has been cleared. Can he get it? And the shot!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Still goalless. Neymar. Searching pass he's played there. That has not gone well. Chiellini gets it away. No way through. Vicario getting this one clear. Neymar. Oh, that's ambitious. Tries to play it through. Yildiz unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking for the run. Great ball if he can get there. That's really well cleared.
Might want to be careful there.
Knocks it into space. Oh, Red, nice interception. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Great vision. Here's the team. There's the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break.
Please report to the staff room immediately. Substitution on the field. Number 8, Neymar. Number 20,
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Number 14.
So the first half brought no goals.
On the field. Number 17. Hazard. Number 7.
That was very necessary.
Number 19.
Mbappe.
Alvarez.
Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's searching through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Back into the middle. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And here's Alvarez. And it's Rijkaard. Lovely. Now then. Tries a shot! He's got a goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Al Ittihad have fired themselves in front.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
That's going to go a long way.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Cleared away. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's a pretty loose pass.
Taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
And now they can clear their lines. Defending was strong and firm.
Al Ittihad are totally dominant in the middle of the park and no way through zone.
And he's lost his man here. He's well positioned here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well,
It was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. He's gone for goal. It's anyone's ball now. And he thumps it clear. Can he get on the end of this?
Al Ittihad clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Now, can they get him away? That has been cut short.
Al Ittihad really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
There will be 3 minutes.
Looking to play him in. Good ball, good take. There's the shot! They've scored! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there. But you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what
And that's it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Barcelona.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter, being the kind of player who...
Yildiz! Too close for comfort. Is there and he can pick it up. Rafael Leao is onto this. Rafael Leao was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Danielson stood his ground strongly.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicked it back promptly. Nice interception, well timed. No way through. Knocks it into space. Tries to pass. There's the shot!
Goal! Barcelona! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Referee's given a throw. Guardiola. Out again for a throw-in. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And that interception was most necessary, and he was quick to react. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough. And he's had a hit! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He just absolutely speared that in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Howson.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Played into space. Shapes to shoot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting again in a trice, and they are soaring. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. The unmistakable Daniel van Baalsen. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. A real opportunity here. He's gone direct. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Oh, he made it look a bit predictable.
Rafael Leao! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rafael Leao clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Gascoigne attempts a clearance. It's a searching pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Can he finish? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Quarter of an hour played. That's a cute ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Still goalless. Looking to play him in. McAllister promptly onto that, and that is that. Deftly away. Looking for options for movement. That's an imaginative pass. Has a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he can clear it away. Now it's Martinez. Lovely pass, but face to face with the keeper. And the shot! Goal, Germany! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
After 29 minutes is
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Chiellini, here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Real chance! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal.
And the shot!